Sit your ass down and
Sit your ass down. Sit your $5 ass down before I make 10. And sit your ass down.
Yes! I'm pretty sure y'all know this. It's been a while. We've been on our best behavior for a couple weeks. But we got this thing on the Just Talk with Sam podcast called Sit Your Ass Down. This is not the bully. This is not the belittle. This is not the shame. This is some people who got a little full of themselves, lost in their own sauce. They got in their way. They spoke out of turn.
You're stupid. That's what it is. You're stupid.
And we need to tap you on the shoulder and say, please, sit your ass down. Now, I admit,
use it.
For a couple weeks, you know, we've been on our best behavior. We got guests coming through here. So we can't just be like, excuse me, guest. I got to tell some person who has nothing to do with this conversation, sit their ass down. But now it's just us. We back. So, excuse me if these are a little bit old. Because I've gotten a few tweets. It's almost like, where was you at on that? You missed the bar on that. No. I see it. But, here we go.
All right, I'm ready.
This is the Sit Your Ass Down for the week ending February 24th, 2018 AD.
All right.
First one, this is low-hanging fruit. It's going to be a quick one. But Fergie. Alright, look. Let me break down Fergie. Fergie is All-Star Weekend.
Fergalicious.
You having fun. They actually sing the national anthem. And like most people, you fell for the okie doke. You thought you was going to be Marvin Gaye. You thought you was going to be Whitney Houston. You know, people who sing the national anthem. Jimi Hendrix. They sing the national anthem and they put their own little taste. Their own little spin. They put their own little feel. And for some reason, you decided to go Marilyn Monroe, sexy.
I should do. Oh, say.
Can you?
You
know how I know she fucked up? Because she caught it. And it didn't take Draymond Green to laugh at you. It didn't take Steph, my man KD, LeBron. And then at the end, let's play some basketball.
What in the heck is a banner? Banner.
You know what it was?
Banner.
Look, in all seriousness, she didn't do that.
You have it queued up. Oh, say.
Yeah, that was awful. I'm not playing that shit over here. I'm not playing it, man. But
she said, oh, say.
Then at the end, let's play some basketball.
Let's play some basketball.
Let's play some basketball.
If you follow, I'm going to read what I wrote.
Oh, my God.
I have to go on Facebook and read my status concerning this. I usually don't respond to stuff the day it happens. So it was a couple days after.
I was on it right then and there. There you go.
I have to read this. I said she should have just dropped the mic and said sexual chocolate and walked off. Because this was exactly good and terrible.
You know what this was? It was acoustic trap.
Sexual chocolate.
Hold on. It was acoustic trap music.
Oh, say
it was just
does that star speak
it was
good behind the and I'm trying to sound bad and I can't sound that
bad.
What is a banner? Please somebody tell me. I need to see that in the Urban or Merriam-Webster dictionaries.
All right.
What is a banner?
Alright, it was accidental trap music.
I want to play it.
No. We ain't got the type of time.
Oh, say!
Like, look, people better than us than already get Fergie.
She was so off of the key.
Alright.
And if I give an honorary mention of a Sit Your Ass Down, I would give it to Wendy Williams.
Hold on, we don't get there.
Oh,
we don't get there.
I didn't know you had on your list.
Don't get too ahead of me. Don't get ahead of me.
I didn't know you had on your list.
So Fergie.
Fergalicious banners.
For me, you. Honestly, it wasn't that bad, But hold on, hear me out. I don't think it wasn't.
Man,
hold on, hear me out. All I'm saying is,
any of the listeners that know me
here we go.
Like how deep me and music go back.
Here we go.
Everything I've done in my life, musically.
I'm not saying
I have not cut an album or mixtape. However,
I'm not. Look, it wasn't
vocal music student.
That bad.
Years. It was terrible. It was
no.
awful.
It wasn't the worst.
Because
here's why I say it wasn't that bad. Hold on, wait.
Let me tell you why it was bad.
Here we go.
I'm gonna tell you why it was bad. Because she's a singer. She's been doing this for a long time, and she wasn't even breathing while she was singing. She was singing notes.
Don't matter. You ever had a bad day at work? All right then.
Not that damn bad.
That's why I just said.
Oh, say
was it that bad,
nigga?
But hold on, wait. Listen.
Okay.
You keep cutting me off.
I'm sorry.
Keep cutting me off. Because when I'm trying to explain why I'm saying it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
It's not the worst I've heard. I've seen people fuck it up even worse. She just had a bad day at work. However, for your decision to take this into some weird, jazzy, bluesy, sexy shit, sit your ass down.
Mr. President.
Next one. Like, I didn't do sit your ass downs for a while. No, I skipped over this man, but I wanted this dude to catch a sit your ass down. Mainly because he totally deserved it.
Uh-huh.
And this is a little bit of spite because we all know the end of the Super Bowl. However, Arthur Blank, my man, sit your ass down. Because during the week, I want to say before the Super Bowl, Eagles, Super Bowl 52, they gave the Patriots their rings for winning Super Bowl 51.
Okay.
Makes sense? Alright. A little late.
I thought they get them at the beginning of the season.
It was a little late, and I'll explain why. It was a little late because these rings had a little extra stank on them.
Oh.
See, these rings, if you were part of the Patriots in Super Bowl 51, they got their rings. But their rings has exactly 283 diamonds in the ring. So 280 rings or diamonds in the rings were just regular diamonds. Nothing to sneeze at. They're diamonds though, right?
Okay.
But 3 of the diamonds in each ring out of the 283 diamonds in the ring were colored, meaning they had some type of flair to them. They had something. Get it?
Yes.
28-3, the comeback. So Arthur Blank went out of his way to say this is some bullshit. They had to have more class about this. Hey, you lost, guy. Yeah. You lost.
He did.
You ain't got shit to say about it. They won their fifth.
1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th ring. And y'all was winning 28-3. Arthur Blank, owner of the Atlanta Falcons, while you was on the sidelines buck dancing, and you was out there getting down in the third quarter like you won this shit. They came back and they cracked that ass. So they could feel free to design that ring however they feel. And you should shut the fuck up about it. Because here's another thing, Arthur Blank. I was watching the playoffs this year. And when y'all was in the playoffs, y'all was leading against the Eagles. And then you start coming on the sideline doing that bullshit buck dance again.
What was he doing?
Buck dancing. He was doing, it was a visual, but he was doing all of that. And you lost again. Alright, I know I talked about the Eagles. Before I even get to the Eagles and how y'all lost because of that buck dance, my man, you are the owner of the team. When you get down there with that buck dancing bullshit, you are a distraction to said team. You can't get mad about rings because you ain't got one. You made some shitty decisions this year, especially putting Chick-fil-A in your goddamn stadium, and Chick-fil-A closes on Sunday. You gotta sit your ass down for that one. So Arthur Blank, for me, you NFL, fans of buck dancing, everyone else, man, sit your ass down. No one can hear you.
You may have been sitting this whole time.
No, hey, you the one who want to get some water. All right.
Got me choking.
Sit
Sitting
your
this
ass
whole time
down.
talking and ain't nobody can hear me.
I want to make this as quick as humanly possible.
What type of host are you, Sam?
No, I want to make this as quick as humanly possible because I touched on this. This is deserving of a sit your ass down. This goes to, and I know Stephanie from the Mocha Minutes podcast is listening, and I think I swayed her.
Okay.
Next, sit your ass down. A oldie but a goodie. Monique, please sit your ass down. Not because now. We have already previously talked about sit your ass down because of the Netflix thing and the this and the that and you not working and we already went over that.
Okay.
But what I'm saying, why Monique didn't sit her ass down is because you are now on tour talking about how you had a bad experience at Netflix. They didn't touch your goodie parts. They didn't try to do this. You made a shitty business move. It happens to the best of us. I made a few of them. But the key is when you pop up on different formats, already a controversial figure because you made some questionable moves. You and your management team make some questionable moves. And everyone is saying this. You popped up on The View. You popped up on Charlemagne. You did this. You popped up Sushi G. You popped up on all these radio stations. You tell your story. Stop! My God, I wish you did stand up. As much as you popped up on other shows to talk about this shitty situation. Then you come with the my loves and the this and the that and the blah, 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 blah. All right, let me break something down.
You seem upset.
No, here's why I'm upset. Because I'm a Monique fan. I like Monique.
You sure?
I said in the last sit your ass down to Monique that I was like some weird under intern bullshit when they was there at Mix 92.3. Remember that? It was a long time ago. And I saw the change then. This is when Precious was like right in theaters. I mental note, but that's my own story. Not Monique's. That's not why she getting sit your ass down. She getting sit your ass down because now when you on this tour talking about how Netflix did you wrong and you showing up on all these multi-platform and talk shows and shit like that, you ruining your legacy. So now you ain't even the queen of comedy no more. Now you ain't even my resume say and me and Sydney did this. You ain't that no more. Let me give you a comparison. All my sports fans here, if you listen to me, I just talked about the NFL and I talked about Arthur Blank. This is when my man Emmitt Smith played for the Cardinals. You're like, what? Oh, that happened. This is when my man Jerry Rice was an Oakland Raider and then was a Seattle Seahawk.
Okay.
You're like, what the fuck? That's not his greatest moment. I digress. This is when Brett Favre was a Jet. This is when Brett Favre was a Minnesota Viking. Now, if you're not down with the NFL and you don't know these travesties to legacies, I'll give you one more. This is when motherfucking Joe Montana was a Kansas City Chief. You like, none of this matters.
It doesn't.
I'll tell you why this matters. I'll tell you why this matters. If you're a hoop head, if you're not down with the NFL, maybe you know a thing or two about basketball. Remember when Michael Jordan was a motherfucking wizard?
I do. That was some of his greatest years.
Oh, bullshit. Oh, bullshit. Do you really want to have this conversation with me right now?
Absolutely.
How I'm hyped up right now?
Absolutely.
Do you really,
you know, you can always say when LeBron.
Are you
when
serious?
LeBron played for Miami, but those are some
No. We not doing that right now. We not. Trust me. There's a playoff season happening, and we will get into LeBron.
You know, I always find a way to bring.
But
LeBron
all I'm getting at, listen to why. Look at the comparisons I'm making. Remember when you brought up LeBron?
I did.
Remember when Shaq Diesel was a Cleveland Cavalier?
I do, briefly.
Yeah. Remember when the great Paul Pierce was a Clipper?
Was it Clippers?
That's what I mean. The reason I'm bringing all this shit up with these other people is because y'all made moves and y'all just wanted to be in the spotlight so much that you ruined your legacy. Now, Monique said she is the most decorated comedian ever. I wholeheartedly disagree with that because there's some other people, Whoopi. And the reason I'm bringing hold on, whoa. Okay. The reason I'm bringing up Whoopi is because why are we seeing you on The View talking about this bullshit? Why are we seeing you on Charlamagne talking about this bullshit? Hey, you had a bad experience and it was bullshit. I will say it was bullshit. They lowballed you, but instead of earning your weight, coming back stronger, Phoenix from the ashes or whatever, now you just a complainer, man. You showing up on all these big platform shit. And one thing I noticed about all this big platform shit that she on, whether you've been The View, Charlamagne the God, these radio shows, Sway in the Morning, and all that. No. See, you talking all that. You see, you feeding into it.
I'm just laughing at it.
Out of all of these things, you know one thing we don't have?
What?
And one thing I have, humbly, my loves. I have.
You're not gonna hit me with a
no. When I'm on my podcast,
you're not gonna do that,
my loves, and I have a guest.
Please don't do that.
I make sure my guests plug their next shit, don't I?
You do.
Now we didn't. Now there's some people I can't name that's coming up. Now we talked about Alex Thomas earlier. He plugged his next shit. We talked about Kirsten Sotanovich. She plugged her website and her next shit, right?
Okay.
We talked about Alan Evans. The whole interview was about their next album, right? And that's only in 2018. I had them plug their shit. Out of all of these things, Monique never plugged the next move. Never said, hey, you can see me at this club, or you can see me at this place, this, that, and the third. The reason that is,
are you gonna let me chime in?
Hold on, no. I'm trying to keep it a little bit short. The reason that is because you making a living off of the bad experience, man. You can't be a victim. You don't be a victim, or you don't be a victor. So Monique, for me.
Before you say it.
Okay.
Before you say it.
Here we go. You just gonna talk about the Charlamagne?
I'm not. I promise you, I'm not. Right. I'm saying like my attitude, not my attitude. What I get from her is that you should already know what I'm doing. You should already know. I'm a legend, so you should already know what I'm doing. I shouldn't have to tell you who I am and what I do. That's to me, that's how her attitude comes off. And I feel like that a lot of young people do watch the Parkers and they know her as Miss Parker,
right?
But they may not know her as a stand-up comedian. We've had the pleasure of seeing both. So I think she ought, before you say the magic words, she needs to do that too on some of the issues, because you can't come in there with that pompous attitude. You need to, hey, let me reintroduce myself to people that may not know who I am, and let me kill this stage. Let me wreck this stage and show them how it's done. That's the attitude she should have, but she feel like we should already know, and it's not. That's terrible. A terrible way to go about it.
Now, here's another reason I'm saying this too. I know it's long as sit your ass down, but I mean, and I'm trying to keep this opinion not opinionated. We're talking about the reason you ain't saying you shit or where you gonna be next, because personally, I don't think you got next. Personally. Because every person who's been on here, if I love, hate, or disagree with you, I always give you a chance to plug, hey, where you going to be at next, right?
Well, I'm bad, though.
I'm going to be at the blah, blah, blah. You can hit me up on Twitter on blah, blah, blah. You can hit me up on...
I'll be in aisle 3 at the Costco performing my best stand-up at 12 a.m.
But right now, you just... The irony is, the shit you fighting against is the shit you becoming. You didn't want to be a victim. You didn't want to be blackballed. But now everyone, at the best case scenario, is going to pity you. Because
and that's what you shouldn't want. There.
That's what you should want. Now, I know she's still rocking. She still got fans. But even those fans are tired of seeing your ass. So for me, I said this last time. Monique, please sit your ass down. Work on comedy. Shit. Alright, next sit your ass down.
There's more?
Oh, like I said, we've been off.
Alright, keep
We've
going.
been off. We didn't do a couple sit your ass down. We was trying to be good people. Omarosa,
Manigault.
Manigault. Did I say it? I
No,
said it
you
right.
said manager.
Manigault?
Manigault.
Manigault?
Mm-hmm.
Manigault? Anyway, Omarosa. Alright. Omarosa.
Auntie Tom.
We talking about people reliving. I just talked about that with Monique. Reliving horrible situations. Monique is now on the Celebrity Big Brother, and she just...
Monique's on the Celebrity Big Brother?
I said no. See,
You did say Monique on Celebrity Big Brother.
Oh, I apologize. Omarosa
Okay.
doing a Monique on Celebrity Big Brother, just reliving the horrible shit that you went through when you was in the White House. She telling people when you fly Air Force One, it's cool because they shut down the air traffic, and then ain't no free rides. You still had to pay $23. You didn't need anything. You got to pay for your own food. Omarosa, stop it. Alright, first of all, I'm starting to expect that you are the only person who had to pay $23
To ride on Air Force One?
To ride on Air Force One.
That's the stupidest crap I
No,
ever
but that's
heard
what she
of
said.
in my life.
I quote, I got a bill and it was $23. And I was like, I didn't need anything. End quote. As Omarosa was talking about her experience on Celebrity Big Brother.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you doing this, it's two reasons that you are paying $23. A, they don't value you as a member of the public because last time I checked, my tax dollars pay for Air Force One rides regardless whoever's in office.
Mm-hmm.
And if you still had to pay for that,
There's a problem.
there's a huge problem. And maybe you wasn't the person that they thought you was doing. Or if you are that person, maybe you need to evaluate what that person is. However, you doing this shit on Celebrity Big Brother. You trying to shit talk somebody you was rocking with. And now you trying to get a claim. I've said it many times on this podcast. You can't make a living off of this. That shit gonna run out. And when it ends badly. Omarosa, we all stopped giving a fuck years ago. For me, you, rest of the world, just sit your ass down. And lastly, not leastly, the greatest offender out of all the weeks we didn't do sit your ass downs, and this is not personal, it's gonna sound like it.
I'm sure it will.
Wendy Williams, please.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you brought her up.
Sit your ass down. You mentioned this earlier.
I would.
Where do we start with old Wendy?
Oh my God, I got some for her.
Hold on.
Can I go?
I said this
Let me know when I can go.
after Omarosa. You can't make a living off of this. However,
She has.
if there was an exception to that rule, it's Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
It started a couple weeks ago with the I'm sick of the Me Too movement. And this woman had the audacity to say black people are not very good at protesting since Martin Luther King. Now, talking about boycotting Netflix, talking about doing all this and protesting. Alright, look, the Me Too movement, let's before we chop this up, the Me Too movement are people, regardless of color, was hurt. These are some real talk incidents.
Yeah.
Where people's lives were in danger, people's sexual orientation was in danger, and people
People were just violated.
fuck that. People were cattle. People were treated like cattle. You are here for me to violate you, and ain't shit you can do about it. And for you to say, and finally, these women, these men, these people being the underscore that, the most important part, finally get a chance to tell their story and show off that these people have done this and they shouldn't keep getting away with this. You sick of it? You sick of it because there has been a couple of people who has tried to weaponize it and they were caught. Man, that sit your ass down offense number 1. Sit your ass down offense number 2 is I felt confused about this because like it was like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I have to defend a Kardashian right now, so I want you to. I know it's weird, ain't it?
I'm listening.
Like I have been very critical of the Kardashians, but one thing I can say about the Kardashians is they're gonna do what they do. They're gonna get their paper doing it. So I can't get too mad about it. It may not be my thing, but enough people rocking with them where they can do some shit. So Wendy says Kim K getting butt ass naked after she had the last kid. Hey, the thing is working. Like Kim K totally deserves to sit your ass down because she says she's gonna stay off social media. She needs to focus on being a mom. However, Wendy chimes in and says like their marriage is in trouble. It's clear that, and I quote, "It's clear that Kanye does not pay attention to you." End quote. Being reference to Kim Kardashian.
That's a huge statement.
That's a fucking huge statement. And I'm looking at Kim Kardashian where I was like, shit. I don't want to defend you, but Wendy,
that's jacked up.
Ain't your husband?
Don't he currently have 2 outside children and another wife? Literally.
Ain't your husband? And you quoting on somebody else, man?
They say allegedly.
Allegedly? And you ain't. No. She actually said that. I can say that.
What?
But you.
That her husband cheated on her?
Allegedly. Now that's what we said allegedly too.
No, she said her husband cheated on her past. Now the new thing is that he's messing around with this chick.
Allegedly
messing around with this chick, and he got a whole nother house down from Wendy house.
But
and
since you want to address that, you want to address that, but you get on your public forum, then you going after Kim K. Now I will say this, man. I like Kanye. I tolerate Kim K.
Gotcha. Now my dollar store.
But I will say this. It was weird. It's weird defending them.
I know, but I don't have an issue with the Kardashians. I love the Kardashians, and for reasons I'll discuss at a later date. But one thing I've noticed about Wendy ever since this alleged misbehaving of her husband surfaced at the beginning of her latest season, she has been very mean. It's one thing to throw shade, but Wendy has been doing mean girl tactics, like saying like off the wall stuff about people. Just if you've been watching her show since the beginning of the season,
I have not.
I'm used to Wendy being shady. I'm used to her saying her little sad comments, but Wendy is being mean now, like derogatory and mean. And so that's why I say it's something else. Then that people say it's something else going on with Wendy. It's something else going on with her. Then now she's about to go on a 3-week hiatus. She said because of the doctor. The doctor said so.
No, I call bullshit on that, and that's my third point. I think it's
more to it than that.
I call bullshit on that with the 3-week hiatus. Hey, your health problems are your health problems. I'm not a doctor. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I am. But that's my third point. Like I talked about it, and I mentioned it with Fergie. It's low hanging fruit. It wasn't the worst national anthem I've seen. It's up there. It wasn't the worst, but whatever. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Then she got on her big thing like people need auto-tune. Jennifer Lopez, Janet Jackson, Beyonce. All right, first of all, you need to chill with those last two. Janet, they got at you. Beyonce, the Beehive, was in full motherfucking form and got at you. And then all of a sudden you can take 3 weeks off. I wonder why. Because your crowd... Now, I watched that clip.
When she said Beyonce, they was like...
When your crowd turn on you?
I mean, a lot of people say stuff about Beyonce, but Beyonce, let me tell you something about Beyonce. Girl can sing. You can't take that away from her. Her voice only gets better and better. And for Wendy to feel like that it's necessary to say something like that, that's what I told her. She been on some mean girl stuff. Like, J-Lo has been on her couch. Talk to her. J-Lo has been on her show, I think, probably more than once. And then you're going to say J-Lo needs auto-tune. Okay, J-Lo may not be the best vocalist, but can she draw a crowd? Can she perform? Absolutely. But Beyonce sings her whole concert, does not use backing vocals or none of that stuff. She holds the mic She dances and sings the whole time with no bullcrap, and she can sing a cappella or with music. So for you to say Beyonce can't sing, you're wrong, Wendy. And I'm glad you're taking a break because obviously you need it because you've been on some real mean girl stuff.
So now that we got that,
it's not cool.
For me, you, the Beehive, everyone else, Wendy,
Please.
sit your ass down.
Thank you.
Now,